No matter how flawless athletes may seem, there are a few in every sport who have done the worst to make it to the top. In this video, we'll take you through times professional athletes got caught cheating. When Mike Tyson bit Evander Holyfield's ear. Not everyone knows that inside the wrestling ring, anything can happen anytime, but who would have imagined one player biting the ear off of his opponent? Sounds way too weird to be true, but it did indeed happen. Back in June of 1997, Mike Tyson, who was trying to regain his once stellar career, lost all the composure he had left in him during a fight with Evander Holyfield. While in the third round, it could be clearly seen that Holyfield was dominating the boxing ring, and even the crowd present in the arena agreed to this as well. But all of a sudden, Tyson bit out a chunk of Evander's right ear. It was termed as an attack, and after Evander Holyfield was declared a winner and Tyson was disqualified, was also suspended from all future boxing matches. No matter how many cheating scandals come forward in the future, this one still remains to be the weirdest one of them all. When Antonio Margarito got caught with plaster of Paris wrapped on his knuckle. Even in the boxing ring, nothing can stay hidden for too long. The same applied for Antonio Margarito and his famous cheating scandal. Everyone knows how boxing is one of the most deadliest of sports out there, but no one had ever imagined that a professional boxing player could do something like this. Margarito was making it big in the boxing world, and he was once an undefeated champion for the longest time, until Nazeem Richardson, who was Shane Mosley's coach, caught Margarito putting a pack of plaster of Paris on his knuckle. Richardson didn't report that to anyone, but during the fight he objected to the way Margarito's left hand looked, and when his left glove was cut open, everyone found a huge chunk of plaster of Paris wrapped around his knuckle. After this, Antonio Margarito and his trainer were banned from ever competing in a boxing championship. Many people after this scandal wondered if this was actually Margarito's way of winning most of the matches in his career. And after a while, this in fact did turn out to be true. Diego Maradona and his famous Hand of God goal. As far as everyone knows, football doesn't include the use of hands, right? Well, clearly not for Diego Maradona, who led his team into the finals of the 1986 World Cup. During the quarterfinal match between Argentina and England, Diego Maradona of Argentina took a shot for the goal by using his left hand, and that one goal changed the whole dynamics of the team. The referees at the match turned a blind eye to that goal even though most of the crowd could see the foul. Since there was no replay system at that time, Argentina was declared the winner of that match, and the team then ultimately won the 1986 World Cup as well. This goal has been named the Hand of God goal, and it still remains pretty famous. Diego Maradona has set many great records in football, but this one goal just completely ruins it all. When Marion Jones admitted to using performance-enhancing drugs before her races. As much as steroids can improve your performance as an athlete, it can definitely turn things around for you to ruin your entire career. Marion Jones was once the fastest of them all, but even she couldn't run away from the guilt. The Olympic champion admitted using steroids during her preparation for the 2000 Sydney Games. Jones denied this fact quite a few times, but then she eventually admitted to her crime and apologized to everyone for her actions, and also said that people should learn from her mistakes. Jones had become a symbol of all the people of color, but this changed things around in both her professional and her personal life. A time when Lance Armstrong wasn't even sorry for using drugs before his performances. Imagine getting caught cheating, but not feeling sorry for it. Lance Armstrong is a name that will be remembered by everyone for many years to come, well, at least in the world of cycling. Armstrong was once everyone's favorite cyclist. The athlete had won Tour de France titles 7 times in a row, and even though a lot of people had suspicions over his performances throughout his career, no one paid much attention to it, and even the athlete denied every rumor related to this, and once also said that he has never even tested positive for such drugs. And so the American hero had a really amazing reputation. But things started to go really bad after the athlete admitted to taking performance-enhancing drugs. Due to this, all of his 7 Tour de France titles were taken away from him. In July of 2012, the United States Anti-Doping Agency filed a case against Armstrong, and they even had strong testimonials from the athlete's former teammates. After the athlete confirmed it all, the USADA banned him from every single sport. The scandal made Armstrong go completely bankrupt. In one of his recent interviews, the athlete said that he would never change a thing about what he did. He just simply did what he had to in order to win. When Sammy Sosa was caught using a corked baseball bat. To use a corked baseball bat in a baseball game is the same as using a weighted boxing gloves in a boxing match. Sammy Sosa is one of the best baseball players, but this one incident might have brought a huge stain on all of his achievements. In baseball, a lighter bat is able to take better swings, and in order to make a bat lighter, anyone can fill it with corks. This is illegal in professional baseball games and also doesn't get caught a lot of time. In 2003, during one of the baseball matches, Sosa made a huge swing that his baseball bat completely broke. And when the umpire took a look at it, he noticed a cork placed inside the bat in a way that wouldn't have gotten caught usually. When this came forward, Sammy Sosa said he uses that bat for all his practices and that he must have taken this one out by mistake. Upon further investigation, all the rest of the 76 baseball bats of the athlete were found clean, but since he was caught using a corked bat in a match, Sosa was then suspended for 8 games in the future. Dwight Howard and his obsession with Stickum for all his matches. Who knew that finding the ultimate winning secret can be present right in our homes? The NBA champion Dwight Howard, who had been playing the role of a defense player throughout his career, was caught with sticky hands in one sticky ball in one of his games. At one point in his career, Dwight Howard started spraying Stickum on his hands to make sure that he got a better grip on the ball. A Stickum is a gluing spray that can be used to bring better grip on objects. Once during a game, Howard applied way too much Stickum on his hands without realizing, and then at one point the other players started complaining about the ball being extra sticky. And soon after that, it was revealed that one of the players had used Stickum on his hands. That player, of course, turned out to be Dwight Howard. But neither he nor his team faced any kind of consequence, and the match resumed just like that, when Tom Brady used deflated footballs during an AFC championship. It isn't the first time that the New England Patriots have tried cheating in a game, and this scandal just adds to the list. During one of the matches of the AFC championship, the umpire found some fault with the footballs used by the Patriots, and after an NFL investigation, it was found that almost all the balls of the New England Patriots had been purposefully deflated. It was also found that Tom Brady had played a huge part in this, and he was actually the one who came up with the idea. Brady had ordered the locker room attendant of the Patriots, Jim McNally, to release some air from the balls. Lighter balls help with better grip, and because of this scandal, the whole team suffered a fine of $1 million, and Brady was banned for the first 4 games of that season. But even after all the balls of both the teams were equally inflated, the New England Patriots still won the match against the Indianapolis Colts. With the already cheating history of the Patriots, this scandal did not go well for the team afterwards. They faced a huge amount of backlash when Rosie Ruiz faked her victory. To run a 28-mile marathon seems like a lot of work, and to be able to do that in just 2 hours and 30 minutes seems too good to be true. Rosie Ruiz was awarded first place in the 84th Boston Marathon, but was stripped away from her title only 8 days after, when other competitors didn't see her actually running in the marathon. A freelance photographer submitted a photo of her taking the easy route out through the subway, then all of the speculations were then confirmed. Talk about a lazy cheat. That's it for today's video. We'll see you in the next one.